Alright, it's been about a week and our new pump showed up, a replacement pump for our little giant. And the temporary portable pump has been a real workhorse. Keeping the French drain empty. Putting the rag on the end of the hose here to try to keep water from dripping back in is only semi-successful. Alright, so I unplugged the old pump and I'll just put this down there and see. So I was very successful at keeping the French drain emptied. So that's good. It didn't rain this week, that's helped, I'm sure. So we'll get this rag off and we'll take the old pump out. And then we'll take the pipe off the, we'll take the temporary pump out. Take the pipe off the old pump and then we'll get the new pump going and see how that works out. Alright, let's pull the old pump out. Whoops. Now the cord went down in there, but it's alright. Okay, so we're going to let this dry out and then we'll put it back in its box. Put it back in its box for, hopefully we'll never have to use it again. That's our hope, but it's ready, willing and able to do the job. So I'm really happy with this Everbuilt portable water removal pump. It definitely removed the water from our French drain. Okay, doesn't seem any worse for wear. Do not lift by power cord. I didn't do that. I lifted by the hose. So we'll put this aside. We don't need to worry about it anymore for now. And we got to get this cord out. I put this plastic around the cord because there's a hole in the side of the box here, and I didn't want animals getting in there and whatever. So we'll have to recreate this on the new also to protect the cord from, it's just plastic here, there's no grommet, so protect the cord from rubbing against the cut plastic of the box. Alright, so we got the wire out. Now this pipe here has a 6-sided adapter on it, so we can use our monkey wrench and loosen this up. There's a new adapter for the new pump. We'll probably use that. Make the most sense not to use this one. Probably there is. Alright. There's the old pump. Extra water. Remember there's a check valve right here. So check valve keeps the water in this pipe here, so it doesn't just drain out back through the pump. So we want that. We want the water, this to be solid column of water, so when the water is pumped from the bottom, it just pushes it out. So it won't leak back in like it did with the temporary pump. Alright, here's the new pump. Hopefully, I'm sure we ordered the right thing. Hopefully it showed up properly. We don't really know until we open it up. Alright, so nicely packaged with bubble wrap. No peanuts, that's good. Here's a big mess out here. So. Here's our packing slip, okay. It was shipped as a box in a box, that's always good. There. Okay, so the box got ripped. That's not too encouraging. Hopefully it didn't damage the pump. I kind of doubt it. Good thing it was in another box. Alright, so here's some cardboard padding. It does have a new adapter, so we'll be using that. And the instructions tells you how to use it. Make sure you don't electrocute yourself, stuff like that. It runs on electricity, so warning. We're using a GFCI plug, so we're good for that. And just a replacement, so everything, all the electrical parts should be solid. This one's got a handle, so you can lift it up with a handle. It's handy. And it looks exactly the same. Here's the old one. It's just dirty, that's all. So it's brand new, and we're going to take this adapter. I'll have to use a wrench to get this up. We'll take the old adapter off here, and we'll use the new adapter and screw the pipe into that. So, all right. So I'm going to hold the adapter like this. It should just come out. Yeah, there we go. There's the old adapter. Recycle that. This is made out of PVC or something, so we can recycle that. And we're going to put some Teflon tape on this. But first we're going to put this down in here with Teflon tape. So let's do that. Using the pink Teflon tape again. Remember, it's a little thicker than the white, so I'm not sure how well these threads are machined. And of course, this is plastic, so it's going to deform. Some debris out of there. Okay. Going on here with just my hand to start with. Now we're going to tighten it up with the monkey wrench, pipe wrench. This isn't really a monkey wrench. It's just a pipe wrench, I think. Adjustable wrench. Alright, so I'll finish tightening this up, and then we'll put this in. Alright, so that's super tight. I didn't want to go too tight because it's plastic and break, so we don't want that to happen. So now we'll put Teflon tape on this guy. I like to do it. So you just start, you're always going left to right here for standard threads. And then smush it down here. Just screw this in by hand. I am using the L-shaped part at the top for some extra leverage. It's a lot quicker than using a wrench right now. So this doesn't have to be super tight. I mean, there's not a lot of back pressure. I mean, there's the pressure of the water. We don't want water leaking out, obviously, but there's a check valve here, so there's not going to be a lot of head water pressure on this thing. All right, I fished the cord through the hole in the side of the box. I'll take care of the duct tape and stuff later. I'm gonna make sure this stays out and doesn't go down it doesn't get pulled down in the hole. So I'll just put my knee on it or something. That should work. Let's see. I'm gonna do it this way. There. Okay, so we're gonna drop this down in the hole. Try not to hit the side very much. This is lining up with the outlet pipe. So let's shift around a little bit there. So the geometry of the bottom is probably not completely flat, so or else the switch was hitting the side of the hole down there. Anyway, so this lines up. I mean, it's the same pump, so it should line up. Just tighten up this union. It's going to be super tight. It's got an O-ring on it. We'll plug it in and see if it starts pumping. Fingers crossed. All right, so there may not be enough water in there yet to have it drain. So we'll get the hose, put some more water in there, and see if it starts draining. Right now I'll put some more water in there and see if we can get the switch to engage and start pumping. Why didn't it come on? plugged in. Definitely 2 inches, 5 inches of water in there. Urgh. All right, I have to figure this out. Well, the motor was getting warm, so it was trying to turn, but it seemed like this is the pump. This is what moves the water around it out this hole, and it wasn't turning very easily. So I unscrewed the base here. I unscrewed this vane or propeller, let's call it, and I screwed a bunch of WD-40 down in there. Shouldn't have hurt it. It says it's oil filled, so it could be something in that seal that's binding. This old one turns a lot easier, seems like. So let's go ahead and put this back together. This is keyed, I think. No, maybe it's not. Yeah, it is keyed. Okay. Key is over here. Okay. Still kind of hard to turn. That's not encouraging. So I think the switch was working fine. It's just the pump itself is not turning properly. So let's put this housing back on. And we'll try it again. And I think if this doesn't work, I'm going to try to take this switch off and put the switch on the old motor and see if it keeps running. And then think about what to do next after that. Try to get this running today. This switch, you can't buy this switch as a separate thing, but I figured, you know, just buying a switch seems like, you know, they may as well replace the whole motor if you're going to do all this trouble. So that was my thinking. Let's put this cover back on. Screen, this acts as a screen to keep debris from coming into the pump. Now we'll try it again. It's not plugged in. Put it down the hole. We'll hook it up to the outlet. Alright, here goes nothing. Oh, sounds like it's working. Sounds like it's working. The water's going down. That's good. Yep. All right. Let's go out to the street and we'll see the water came out the other side. That's the sound we want to hear. Gurgling. There it comes. All right, it's working. All right, well, let's go back and we'll recap and see what we're going to do next. All right, so the pump is working. Water's coming in from the side pipes that comes from the French drain, but you know, I'm not too happy that this didn't work out of the box. So I'm hoping that, I mean, now that it's covered with water, it's going to keep cool, so I'm not worried about overheating particularly, unless it freezes up again. But I'm guessing that I'm hoping that over time, you know, the seals and the bearings will work themselves in a little bit. Maybe they just tighten them up a little bit too much or something like that. And over time, it'll run smoother. But I better keep an eye on it, close eye on it. And we have our backup pump just in case. We have the good old reliable Everbuilt pump if we get stuck again. All right, so I went ahead and wrapped up this cord with the bubble wrap. So the bubble wrap is acting as like a wedge, and then it's protecting the cord, so a little bit comes on this side. Protects the cord from getting scratched by the plastic, the cutout on the plastic side. And then it just goes in, plugs in, and then the cord just hangs down inside the sump, and then we just put the top back on. And we'll check it tomorrow. And hopefully the hole will be empty. And we'll see a wet spot out on the street. That's the quickest way to find it. Just check the wet spot. Alright, so next morning, this is the moment of truth to see if the pump's still working. This big wet spot here, so that's encouraging. I'm going to go back and look at the pump and make sure that it's running. Alright, so as you can see, Water's flowing in from the side pipes and it's covering up the pump, and any second now it should go off. Float switch should trigger and it'll pump it out to the street. There it goes. See, it quickly drains the sump, and that's it. And the water comes back into the side pipe. So that keeps the French drain empty and keeps sucking water out of the ground around it, both inside and outside the house. So that's how we keep our house dry. All right, a great project, even though we ran into some glitches, and hopefully we won't have to deal with this for another 5 years. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Post a comment if you have any questions or ideas, and I'll try to respond. That's all for now, but more videos are coming, and if you want to see them, please subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification icon if you don't want to miss one. This is Beta Cygni signing out, and keep looking up.